Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, all participants. My name is Hidayat Arif, appearing as your Master of Ceremony for this student session. And the session will be divided into two sessions. First, student session by Dr. Prosper S. Maguchi LLM, and the second one will be Faculty of Law Introduction session by Prof. Maskun SHLLM. Therefore, I invite Prof. Maskun SHLLM to take a seat in front and prepare to deliver the material in second session. To Prof. Maskun SHLLM, the seat is yours. Yeah. Okay. This agenda will be led by Mrs. Arnita Pratiwi Arifin SHLLM as the moderator. Without any further ado, I call Mrs. Arnita Pratiwi SHLLM to moderate the session.
Can you hear my voice clearly now? Okay, thank you very much for the MC, for the introduction. So we back in our second session of the day. Today we will have like a student session. In this session, we still had materials from our Dr. Prosper from Frey University, but this session is specifically talks about how to apply to the Frey University in Netherlands. So for those of you who really wants to continue your study into the master's degree or the PhD degree, this session will be the very best time to discuss it with the lecturer itself. Okay, so maybe I will not cut the time again, so I will just let Dr. Prosper to please, the time is yours. Thank you.
Yeah, good. Thank you, moderator. And also thank you everybody for coming. I hope we have a chance to introduce ourselves because we are a small group. Please, this is very informal. It's not a meeting or something, it's a discussion. So I want you to be very free to discuss anything, any question. There's nothing called stupid question in this session. We are going to talk about the fun stuff of being a student, right? I spent 4 years doing my bachelor's, and that was if you ask me until today, those are the best years of my life, the 4 years that I spent in university. So I hope we are sharing. I want to share with you the same experience, and I want you to be very, very open here. Maybe by way of introduction, I want to say that you guys, you have been in a very lucky position. In my days, in my time, we never even used to have guest lectures, by the way. We only have one lecture. We are stuck with him from the beginning to the end of the session. We didn't have any cell phones or, there were mobile phones. I remember there was only one person in my class who was actually taking notes from a laptop. And if a cell phone rings in class, everything would stop. We also wanted to see how can someone communicate on a cell phone. It was something that was novel. We never had that those days. And this is not even a long time ago. So now you have laptops, you have cell phones, and also you are lucky now that with the pandemic, you are now even allowed to use your laptops in class, right? I don't know what is the rule before the pandemic. Were you allowed to use your laptops in class? Oh, really? At Free University, but don't feel intimidated. Still come to Free University. But before the pandemic, in most cases, my classes, I actually had a very statement that no laptops in this classroom, and here's why. No, it's important. It's difficult for students to get your attention when at the same time they are also behind the screen, and I actually sometimes passing through, they are on a different window altogether from what we are discussing in class. So it was just always no laptops. Here you either look at me or look at the board, and we're stuck there. So, but the point I'm trying to make here is that now we have laptops. Now we can use all the other gadgets in classroom. So many things that we are advantage to have. In fact, talking about that technology and stuff, I want us first of all to watch this video. from Free University Amsterdam. I'm coming from Free University Amsterdam, but you should know that we have also another college called Amsterdam University College. This is an initiative between two main universities in Amsterdam. One is called University of Amsterdam, if maybe you have heard about it, or UvA in short, and there's Vrije Universiteit Amsterdam. Vrije means free in English. Well, you still have to pay, but it's free in terms of thinking. So Free University Amsterdam. I will talk about courses, I'll talk about the application process, but just to get you a little bit of some feedback from other students, I could have given you a virtual tour, which is also, we have some videos, promotional videos that can give you a virtual tour of the university. But today I'll just give you links so that you can watch on your own. But I want you to, since I could not get one or two students to share their experiences, there's a video that I want you to watch that we use also to promote the university. So if I can ask IT person to play the video.
Our university is quite a high-ranking research university, so naturally many of our alumni also end up in quite high-ranking jobs and industries, as well as in research, academic research. Now, our university is quite closely connected to many large companies. To name a few, maybe I can name a couple of companies like Google and Deloitte. The major players are all here, and our students usually end up doing internships there and maybe even ending up there. And then a large part of our students also decides to start for themselves and start their own company. So entrepreneurial spirit is definitely an important thing that we encourage in our students as well.
What is really unique at the VU University doing a master course, that we always have group assignments. And within these group assignments, we are really intellectually pushed and encouraged to think critically. We have to collaborate in one group with different people from different countries. There are conflicts, pressure, just like in a real working environment. But it's really, really like a challenging, task, to carry out. But obviously, you can make some friends, in this way also.
First of all, I've been to Amsterdam before and I absolutely fell in love with the city, and I thought it was gorgeous, and I like the fact that the VU is located in Amsterdam, so that's a huge advantage. And I was searching for a study within my field that I had very particular needs to some knowledge that I wanted to acquire, and what I really liked about the COM Master, which I followed, is called Culture, Organization and Management, is that it's a very unique program, and there's nothing like that in all of Europe.
Personally, when it comes to teaching method, I really, really like at the VU University that they have these periods, throughout the academic year, and we have really nice articles and up-to-date articles, like really, really good teaching materials, to better understand, the dynamics of that course and that specific area you are studying in. And you have these periods, and you only have to study and really acquire deeper knowledge, within those articles. And in the end of the period, there is the exam, so it's really easy step-by-step learning with small proportion.
The uniqueness in our department is that we combine different fields, such as human movement sciences, psychology, physiotherapy, orthopedics, other health sciences, and that we combine it with experimental research skills. So that is what brings a lot of originality to our department.
Amsterdam is really amazing, it's like a really vibrant city, it's like the canals are beautiful, and it's really small, so if you have a bike, you can easily, get around, really fast. Everything is really close, the houses are amazing. And regarding the Dutch culture, I think they are really, really friendly, and they're really open-minded, towards, new cultures, they're really also curious and acceptable, towards new culture. For example, when I go around the city and everybody asks me, where I'm from, what I'm doing here, so they are really friendly, and they are also know a lot about other cultures.
Many students, of course, they look for jobs after they graduate, and a large part of them does that in the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, we have quite a good system for that. Our government allows students from non-EU countries to stay for up to 1 year to find an appropriate job. We call that a search year. And then the EU students, so students from the EU area, of course, they're free to move around and find jobs within that EU zone anyway.
I get a lot of support from the VU team. During my application process, they helped me with applying my student visa with the immigration services in Holland, and also they helped me with a student grant that I was applying for. It was quite complicated for me being international student because I'm not aware of the procedure here in the Netherlands. So the team has helped me a lot with this, and they got to me back very quickly during the application process. Yeah, I was happy about it.
The application process is fully online, so basically students knock on our digital door and send us all their application documents like CVs, motivations, those kinds of things. And what we look at mostly is academic performance. So we look at transcripts, at previous education, maybe at the types of courses you have done in the past, the types of literature you've used during those courses even. So mostly it's that we look at the education. And then the second thing we look at is your entire profile, so your motivation, your CV, and maybe your thesis you've written in your bachelor, those kinds of things.
Well, one really interesting thing about the VU is that it tries to attract international talent, and the way that it does that is through the fellowship program scholarship. Once I applied for the master program, I also applied for the scholarship, and I was one of the nominated people, so I was really happy. So I got to come over here, and my tuition was fully covered by the scholarship, and alongside they also offer a lot of career advice, and they organize networking events to put these fellowship students in touch with major companies here in Amsterdam to get your career started.
You are really pleased. Thank you so much. So just one point, not important point. Although this was for specifically from the master's class. So there are 3 ways you can actually visit VU. So one, a master's is quite considerably long. Yeah, you can be there for like up to 2 years. Yeah, but you could also join a summer program or some short, if there's anything short program, usually it's summer programs. You are also eligible to join and apply and join for, attend a summer program for like just a month or during summertime. There is also quite exceptionally, depending on the arrangement we have with different departments, you could also come, like now we have been receiving students from UI Investors Indonesia for just a course of 5 to 1 a week. So if we have some activities, the one that I'm involved in, I don't know if we have posted it on YouTube, but I'll also try to look for the material and share. Maybe we can put a poster, is an experimental moot court. So for law students, it's open also even to non-law students. We are having a moot court every year in November, which involves students from Indonesia, China, a few, Rwanda, Zimbabwe, the Caribbeans. So this is also another opportunity to attend, just for a week or so, for a short experiential learning activity, such as an international moot court. So these are 3 different ways. So one very short, shorter summer schools, but also even a master's program. But then, and again, there is also the opportunity to do your, to come for a student exchange, but this can be arranged under activities such as Erasmus, different programs. I will get a little bit into that, how you can look for a certain, calls that are there for student exchange, and how to apply, how to write motivation letters and so forth, to fulfill the requirements to be accepted for programs such as a student exchange or mobility grant that involves exchanging students. This is part of what we'll discuss in the next 20 minutes. After watching the video, what do you think? Any questions about VU? Let's have a discussion. If you don't, I'm going to protest and not proceed. So I want us to have, as I said, this is going to be a conversation, university level. There's no hierarchy now. You heard our students saying that at VU, there's no hierarchy. My students call me by my first name. So yeah, that also helps us to connect with students. So please, just around, or maybe we could pass a mic if you can just say your name and what you're studying and what you intend to study. There's a mic already. If you just pass around just quickly. And if there are any questions, then you can also pose the questions, please. Anyone? The question is, the micro is behind you. Yeah, so we start with Nazal.
Mic, yeah, mic.
And if you do have any any future plans to attend Free University, and if there's any specific question, but we can do this as a discussion.
Okay, okay.
Yes. Yeah, this is not me. This session is really about you. So we are here to listen to you, what you think, what you want, any plans? Yeah.
Okay, my name is Nazal, and I'm currently fourth semester students in legal studies in Universitas Hasanuddin. And what my opinion regarding FIU is that in general, the buildings was amazing. It's very modern compared to maybe another university buildings in Europe. They are, tend to protecting, for example, a Gothic architecture and one whatsoever. But it's a way more modern in view. To be honest, I am still abstract on what majors that I would be specific to be involved in the next year. But for now, I'm interested into corporate law and business law. And yeah, for me myself, FIU is I quite like do my mini research about FIU because FIU is also one of university home university that have cooperations with our ministry in the programs of Indonesian International Student Mobility Awards. And it's one of the university in Netherlands that cooperate with ISMA itself. I think that's all.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. And yeah, when you introduce, please be open, and then that also helps me with the ideas of what to share. To follow up from your introduction, at FU, well, thanks. Yeah, we really have nice buildings, but very nice view. FU University is located in the financial district of Amsterdam. So Amsterdam itself as a city is amazing. People come from all other surrounding countries that are a little bit boring, like Germany and all that, to have fun in Amsterdam. So it is a city that as a student, you'd really find very attractive. And they are international best. I think in Europe, where we have more, it's the most internationalized city in Europe. In the world, it's only next to New York. So there's people from countries that I don't know, how many of you have ever heard about a country called Aruba? Aruba. Yeah, in Amsterdam, you find people from Aruba, you find people from Curaçao, you find people from Suriname. These are countries. So it's a country in one classroom. You have people from all over. So even you as a student, for your, to understand people from different cultural backgrounds, that's really a plus. And then the location of FU University in the financial district give you access also to all the big law firms are within 5-minute walk from we don't have one campus, so we have several buildings. Our main building is actually not very pretty, by the way, but yeah, on our videos we showed you our nicest buildings. But yeah, everything is really around. The Amsterdam High Court is around, and also for law students, it's just about 40 minutes from The Hague, where you have everything as far as international criminal law is concerned, or international law in general. You have the International Court of Justice, you have the International Criminal Court, you have all these other tribunals and organizations, and hundreds of NGOs in that area. One word of caution: yes, FU is really a good university, but when you are applying to be an international student, please keep your options open. In as much as I want you to come to FU, at least try to apply for 3 different universities. You could also apply for University of Amsterdam, which is not very far, and sometimes we have joint initiative. You can also try Leiden, which is also a very big Indonesian center. So keep also your options open. As somebody wiser than me said, sometimes it's a blessing if you don't really get to go where you wanted to go. Maybe there's something. So yeah, just make it an option. Yeah, but of course, FU is the best, as we said in the previous session. Yeah, let's pass the mic to the next speaker.
Afternoon, everyone. Afternoon, Dr. Prosper. My name is Aten. I am the 8th semester of students in Hasanuddin University concerning on criminal law. To be honestly, I don't have any specific plans to go to abroad for academical purposes, like to continue my study abroad. But when I look at the videos that already been shown, I have a like inspire because I see like there are so many people from another country, as what you say, like Aruba and etc. I haven't heard it before. It motivates me like when I go to abroad for academical purposes, I have to get not just knowledge but also a huge relation from another country. But to be honestly, I'm a little bit nervous to actually having like continue my study abroad because I haven't experienced yet like becoming exchange students, for example. I never go to abroad for academical purposes, so just like not really confident right now. But maybe you can give me some tips, like how you actually survive, and then from your country, then you come to Amsterdam to study. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, very good, very good. So thank you very much. Yeah. So yeah, there is this generally fear, of course, fear of the unknown as a student. Sometimes you are not really sure how to move or not to move. But especially if you're coming from Indonesia, one thing that you should know is that there is quite a very big Indonesian community in the Netherlands. So it could be a home away from home somehow in Europe, because there is really a big community. You find if you miss your food, you still find it. Miss your to talk, in Bahasa, you still have many students. Probably our large, quite a majority of our international students are coming from here. So you'll not be really secluded. But of course, it's up to you to choose to interact also with others, because you don't want to come to Amsterdam and still be living Indonesian way of life, right? Yeah. And we also have our, well, even prior to COVID, but now more so because of COVID-19, we also take the psychology of our students seriously. So it's not just about teaching students, the content, international law and stuff, but we also have to see how do we handle our students' emotional, well-being. You can't meet a deadline because there's something personal happening at home and all that. And we have people who are actually employed for that. I'm not good at that, but I can at least help you to get that kind of help. Even you get from sick, we have social support for our students. And for those who are really not sure, maybe you're not sure what should I do there, do I really fit with my current results and so forth. We have also an international office, and one of our main strategy is internationalization. By that, we mean that we want a student base that is really multicultural. So we promote internationalization. They are very happy to share with you more information if you want to know, to see what are the regulations, what are the requirements to join or to visit even as a guest student exchange. Yeah. And we pass to the next speaker. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, sir.
So many speakers, yeah.
My name is Fahmi Afampuadi. I'm a student here. I would like to apologize before because maybe my English skills as not good like my friend beside me. I'm sorry. But I think when I watched that video, I remember that my parents just want me to be a lawyer in Indonesia. But I think that maybe I can research more about study abroad, and University of Amsterdam. University of Amsterdam may be a good thing to for me to research more. So yeah, just that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So thank you very much for that. Yeah, yeah. And when it's law, really, like this is the birth certificate of international law. If you're in the heck, that's even others actually think that Hugo Grotius, a Dutchman, is the founder of international law. So that's where law, all the institutions are based, and quite very good resource based when it comes to material. You're talking of legal text, you get all the latest textbooks in time and access to vast amounts of resources. And you know what, when the International Court of Justice is sitting, students are also welcome. So I always try to check if there's an international court. There was one between the Gambia and Burma, what's the other name? Myanmar. Myanmar. Yeah, the country of Gambia took Myanmar to the ICJ. Is it last year? Oh, a year before that. Yeah. So this was quite open, and we could go. If you're there, of course, we could go. And you actually see international law that you only see on textbook. Maybe you only see the cover of the ICJ on textbook. You can actually see it in person and interact with the judges. And when we have some of our moot court competitions, we actually go to the court and have real judges in their regalia, listening to you, a male student, and answering you. So those are some of the benefits of really, because for us, there's no financial cost. It's just a few euros to get to Amsterdam, to The Hague. It's just a matter of booking in time that we would want to bring these students. So there's a lot more that you can learn. So you can also then tell your parents that, Papa, but there's something called international law. And I think I want to try that. Yeah. All right, thank you.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Prosper. My name is Jenny, and I'm a sixth semester student at civil law. And actually, I have shortly Googled about which university that from the beginning I've been assigned to come in this seminar or maybe student sessions. I really think that this was one of my precious experience to be meeting you as our one of guest speakers and having a lot of insights from you. And I think as one of the public research university, Bridge University is one of that that we can concern to be the university that will go to for the master degree. And yeah, I think that's all. Thank you.
Sure, thank you. And I'm not going to respond to every, but just to say when something is raised, if I think I have something to contribute, then I'll contribute. So don't be offended if I don't respond to your contribution. To respond to yours, we do have, I cannot give you all the number of master's programs that we have, but we have many master's programs. So, and the good thing, some of them, they are quite short courses. Last year, with three of my colleagues, we just introduced another new master's called Human Rights in Action. It just ran for 7 weeks. Yeah, so it has 4 courses, 7 weeks. So we have, I don't know how many master's programs that we have. So please do not be intimidated. Go to our website also, check what you want. So yeah, just a master's in human rights law. We have a master's in robot, cyber law, like how to create a robot lawyer, some interesting stuff. Intellectual, yeah, so many programs that could fit your program, your future career plans.
Yes, okay. So thank you so much for the opportunity, ma'am, and sir, also my fellow friends. So my name is Nanda, and I'm from the batch 221, and I'm one of the international students in this faculty. So we have international class in here. So apparently in here we have Kak Lulu, also Kak May, which actually been an ISMA awardee, like what Nazal have said before. And maybe in this sharing session, I would like to ask about the accessibility of people with disabilities in international, as an international students. So I have never been heard before about the inclusivity and also accessibility in another university abroad, because I have not been researched about it before. So I would like to ask, maybe in this sharing session with Kak Lulu maybe, or Kak May, or Mr. Prosper in here, and also maybe someone who actually have been studied abroad, about how the accessibility towards people with disabilities in other universities abroad. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone who also want to share, because she asked also, anyone with experience of studying abroad? Yeah, you could also.
Thank you for the opportunity, but I would like to repeat. May I know the question? Oh yeah, for the disability. First of all, excuse me, sir, Prosper, if I may give any comments on Nanda's question. So just to share some of my few bits of my experience when I was in Glasgow. I studied at University of Glasgow, Scotland, United Kingdom, and then I took public policy there. And then since she is asking about the facilities for disabilities, at some point, and we have a lot of buildings, and some of them are student hub, James McEwan Student Hub, and then they have that special toilet for disability. They have that special pavements or roads for those who are disabled, and then even for those who are having trouble in seeing. Their website even have that braille mode. So what I've learned from that particular experience is that they always try to accommodate all people, and therefore that is one of the things that we think that the inclusivity may become a highlight in that particular demonstration. So perhaps later on, Dr. Prosper may share about the facilities for inclusivity at the Freie University.
Yes, indeed. Let me then, thank you very much for your contribution. Yeah, indeed. We actually, well, I would also want to share about our buildings. There's some incident, but first, yeah, Amsterdam as a city is quite an open city, even to an extent that others think that it's too open, too inclusive. So it's really like very open, and also it does have facilities for everybody. So even around you, it's not just, even when you get outside the university, you're still very much accommodated. But if full, we also have the whole idea of having free University Amsterdam. So I told you, frei in English is free. So it's independent. So the very basis of our university is to have independent thinking, independent mind, academic freedom. You know what I mean by academic freedom? Different from right to education. Yeah. Anybody have ever heard that phrase, academic freedom? Yeah. So we do promote actually academic freedom is one of the cornerstone ideas at Free University Amsterdam. So Free University Amsterdam. So very open, very inclusive, and also quite considerate to people with various disabilities. Our buildings also, yeah, now and then they also, if there's anything wrong, they also try to address it. Unfortunately, last year we lost a student who committed suicide because one of the two buildings, it was actually on the video, was too open. And the university, it emerged, the university was warned before that they needed to do something about that kind of building that are open. If you go to many universities in Europe, they have these safety nets. I always used to wonder, why do they put those safety nets? So we didn't have those at FU, and a student who was having some psychological problems, committed suicide last year. But, those issues are now being addressed. But otherwise, apart from that incident, I mean, we even have like a faculty of paintings, we have paintings in different rooms that we even have like a dean of paintings who is making sure that we keep our university nice, from both outside and within.
Can I have one more question, please?
Yes,
Okay.
sure.
Thank you so much. Maybe this following up questions from what I've been heard, maybe from Kak Lulu and also from Dr. Prosper. So that's was the point and the perspective of someone maybe who have like vision disabilities, and maybe like people who have like don't have one food and etc. So my question that is the facility that maybe have been modified towards people who have that disabilities. So my question is, what if someone is like deaf, like they have trouble listening to something? Does any university have like a program or maybe like have mechanism or method of teaching someone who have trouble in listening or maybe deaf? Thank you.
Oh yeah, I got it now. So I've seen students who I've not experienced one in any of my classes, unfortunately, so I cannot be able to answer from practice. But I've seen from our students, I've seen students with different other disabilities, and I'm sure the fact that they are there at full, there is some support for them. But also if there's anything, I mean, when signing application form, they ask you sometimes if there are special requirements, situations, but even you don't have to wait until you have to sign. You can also directly, when you are submitting your application, let the international office know that you have these kind of issues, and then they could, those applications are also treated special. Not that you'll be treated unfairly. It actually maybe to your benefit that they know in advance, but they have ways they want to find out about that, not to disqualify you, but to accommodate you. Yeah.
First of all, thank you for the opportunity. My name is Alia Nur Fitriani, and I'm from batch 2020 from the international class. Actually, I want to asking you regarding our international class program, which is called International Exposure. That means that we had a chance to taking a study abroad, and me and my friends is considering the French University as the one of the university that we want to choose to study abroad. And we would like to asking you, maybe you have any suggestion or like a program that did the French University have, so we can apply it. Actually, I have researched the one of the program from French University, which is the summer school program, and I would like to know about from your suggestion for us.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good question also. Yeah. So as I said that we have those short other ways of coming to Free University. We also have various summer school programs, and they have details. So what happens is each lecturer at FO can come up with an idea for a summer school program, and then you give indications of which students you are attracting. So you can put students of international law, and we keep these programs open. So there are requirements, of course. When you apply, they will tell you, we need your CV, we need your resume, your CV is your resume, we need your cover letter. Make sure you then write a good cover letter for a specific program that you want, and get others to proofread it for you. And also when a call is met, for example, for a summer school event, they also give they put contact details to say, for more contact so these are the key people you need to contact. And I don't advise you to send without contacting the person, asking for further details, telling them that I'm applying, especially if it's your first time. I'm going to apply, I intend to apply from Hassan Din University, and I want so, or can I have, maybe these days you can have a Zoom meeting, and then you can have, in my own class, I've also had exchange students, but even in my new master's, the one I was saying we designed last year, I had students, one was Philippines, the other one was from Poland. So it's yeah, it's these are programs we see people coming and going all the time. So don't be afraid, go to the contact person on the call and ask for further information. And each lecturer organizes his or her own summer school. So we have our different requirements of what we are expecting from our students. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you for Dr. Prosper for the time to take the every information for us. My name is Brastelicia Wardana Tangalayu. You can call me Telly. And I have the questions, Doctor, for the rules, the specific rules for the program of the summer school. And then the second one, I want to ask, what is the very interesting you can say for that university, so we can join with this university. Thank you.
Okay, so the rules are quite clear. So there are details. You need to pay attention to all the details, which are, we always give details of what's need to the process that you need to follow. Sometimes even the documents that you need to submit, which language and how to get them authenticated properly for them to be accepted. Because by the way, you can easily just be disqualified for not having following the rules. Interesting programs. Ooh, that's a task because there are really many programs, and which I'm pretty much sure you may find interesting. And also another thing that we allow it for is that you can be studying in one area, but you could also be allowed to take an elective in another area. So the students who were joining my program on human rights in action, they were also free to do an international law clinic in refugee law. So we are also sure that students sometimes, a student of technology can be interested in human rights. Maybe they want to study AI and human rights. So we keep that very open. So if you just find something interesting, you should know that you are also, once you just get there, the idea is get there. Once you get there, you can then also have this option to join other things that are going at the same time with you. You can also say, oh, can I also attend this? You may not get credit in all of them, but you are always much welcome to then attend different initiatives.
Good afternoon, esteemed colleagues, and good afternoon to you, Mr. Prosper. My name is Sang Baptiste Mendy. I'm an international student from Gambia, West Africa. Well, about your university, I stand to reserve my interest or any other thing till later. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, are you already really in good company? Yeah.
Okay, hi, Dr. Prosper. My name is Ina. I do have two questions. The first one being, you mentioned earlier that the Free University has the moot court competition. They do participate in moot court competitions. If I may ask, what kind of moot court competition do they participate in, and does the campus provide a full support in terms of financially the fees of the competitions, and perhaps the coaching or any other support from other parties? And the second one being, sorry, let me just, okay. Does the campus also provides any resources when it comes to students' research for master's degree, or perhaps fellowships to fellowships or internships that they provide for the students, especially when it comes to taking international law, maybe in the ICJ? Do they have any sort of partnership with a lot of NGOs or other institutions? Thank you.
Yeah, good questions. So the first, there are several other moot courts. Moot courts. Others are international. Others we are also just part of it. But my colleague and I, we have been running our own moot court called Experimental Moot Court. So it's a moot court sui generis. It's not a competition as such. We have been so far in working with students from UI, but in other countries we are also having students from other countries where they combine. So we take students in Zimbabwe also. I included Zimbabwe. So we take students from different universities in Zimbabwe, and then we help them to come. With UI, I could actually get my colleagues here in touch so that we could, for the next, we have it every November, but prior to that, we have online sessions with luminary legal scholars, key legal scholars giving you online sessions. And we have, because this moot court involves also some press release. So we have journalists from CNN also, delivering at least a session with students. And then we get the students to come. So far, we have not been funding the students, especially from countries like Indonesia, China, those who have been attending from the United Kingdom. We only had funding for least developing countries. So we had Zimbabwe and Rwanda are the only ones that have been fully supported. So I really want to know from my colleague who is coming from Indonesia, who is bringing students from Indonesia, how they are managing that part. So that's about the moot court. So yeah, we do offer online sessions and everything and help you with the visa process, but the funding comes from the university sending the students. With so at FU, there are specific offices. So the students have actually their own. I didn't have enough time to also go around the campus. Maybe you have the same thing. But there is a student in the US, they call them fraternities, so there is a whole section where we have various student sub offices. So they will link you with institutions. If you are going to do your research, they will give you, the whole work is done by the student yourself. You learn at FU, they'll teach you to be responsible, to take responsibility, So you are the one who you can be told, okay, these are the places. You want to do part-time jobs, by the way, it's also allowed to do a part-time job as a student. They'll tell you, these are the places, this is the procedure, you apply. So again, from applying to get there, once you're there, you apply also if you want to do other things, but at least they are always placing someone to guide you, to show you where to go, what to do. You want to have additional work, this is what you do, and so forth. Or if you are a student on international exchange, if you are getting full grant, then you have also certain restrictions. But there are offices for all these things, and fellow students also helping you with these processes. So you actually understand each other because you are learning from other students who have yet similar, we have benefited from similar programs.
Yeah. Probably if I may add something, Dr. Prosper. So just to avoid the same kind of questions, like about some of you have asked about the program itself. Like we all know the website of the FU Frey University is very complete. Like if you want to know about the program, you could always go there. And then as for the scholarship, luckily we are in Indonesian students. There are lots of scholarship options. Like if you are still in the as a student here, you can always apply for the summer school, and then some of you who has already complete the bachelor degree, you can always apply for a bridging program. The bridging program is a program from LPDP, from the Ministry of Finance, where you can actually it's a preparation before you apply for the magister. So if you want to know something, for example, like your name again, Ethan, like you really don't have any ideas about a program, you can always apply like that. That is a 3 months study where you can really approach what do you need to study there. Like in Indonesia provide them all, so you don't have to worry about searching for the scholarship option, because there are lots. Yes. Okay, next please.
Thank you for the additional information. Probably that would also my follow-up question. But before that, my name is May. Actually, I am already an alumni from this faculty batch, class 2022. So my follow-up question is, I've been doing some mini research and simple research through the website of VU. I'm just going to use the abbreviation anyway. So I've been researching for several master programs in VU, and I do see that there's a lot of LLM programs that VU accommodate. But yeah, because master program is, I would say, difficult, or maybe we need some serious note for that. So do VU accommodate your future international student to talk or discuss with the master program with your lecturers, or maybe with several teachers or staff academic, or maybe already enrolled student, to talk about what we are going to do with our probably like future thesis that we are going to do and research if we already apply in that master thought program, right? Because like applying for master needs several pre-research, or maybe several how to say, like preparation to make sure that we are going to be accepted, or maybe fulfilling the requirements from VU. So that's my follow-up question. Thank you.
Good question as well. And make sure also that you prepare all the documents thoroughly. And we have a good thing also for us, at least as lecturers, is that they relieve us from some of these functions. So within all these programs, there are some, they call them, there's a specific, by the way, do you use Canvas or Blackboard? Yes. You use Canvas. Yeah, so so we also have other staff helping us, and they are coordinators, so you can actually talk to them from your grades, from your research issue areas, and they can also even help with matching. So sometimes I receive emails that there's a student who is going to write on this area. Would you think we thought you could be the one who can assist him? So there's also, in addition to teaching, we have others who are also helping, relieving work from lecturers. So we are covered in so many ways. And and I think it was mentioned in one of these participants of the program, that video that I showed, the promotional video, about how we try to assist with the students, so that when they finish, they also secure some jobs. So can't guarantee you that, but they assist you in a way with some career guidance. And the Dutch system also helps in that, as a master student, once you finish, they also give you a search year. And during the search year, you are basically working with somebody to search, you are searching for the job, the next step.
Actually, what I mentioned earlier is probably the most suited one for you, because you just graduated and wants to continue your study to a master's degree. Is the bridging course program. It's like a training for the to facilitate the candidates of master's degree, so you can prepare yourself so that you can meet all the requirements and then get accepted in the VU. I think VU is one of the university that is already one of the list for the bridging program. So you can probably just check on that.
So with that program, the bridging program, then that prepares you. Of course, you're already finished, which is
okay. Sorry guys, we just have like 10 more minutes, please.
It's okay. So
all right,
we are almost done.
Sorry. So good afternoon, Dr. Prosper and friends and colleagues. My name is Lulu, and I am batch 2019 final year right now. I'm preparing my thesis. So actually I saw I done a quick bit research actually with Kamei, and I found a LLM subject which is very interesting, climate change and cooperation. I saw that, and I'm just wondering about the details of like models of learning. Do you have actually separate like what universities in the UK, like they have seminars and tutorials, and do you have that kind of stuff? And also preparations, because I have experienced that back in the UK, and I'm just wondering if they replicate the same stuff. And furthermore, I was just wondering concerning on, we have like LLMs, and then after that we need to prepare for like internships and other stuff, and how does VU try to bridge students into working field? So that's my question. Thank you.
And are you still on the page with the master's program, climate change and cooperations?
Sorry?
Are you on the page, web page?
I am already not in the website, but
Okay.
yeah, but I can open it actually.
It's okay. It's okay. That would take us some time, but I get interested.
There's
Yeah.
there's inside.
Yeah. Who is the lecturer? Is it Clemens?
Would you go up? It is actually in front of the major of international business law, and they have like two minors. First is climate change and cooperation, and the second one is trade and investment.
Yeah, I wanted you to check who's teaching the program. It's
Who is teaching the program?
Oh, is it? Clemens.
Wait a minute. I cannot
Oh,
find.
okay,
any-
yeah, but I just get because I think my colleague Clemens is teaching the program. So what we have, when I could get him in touch, when we have our programs, sometimes we feel like you can also get the course syllabus. It's up to each lecturer, by the way, to decide. I always try to mix seminar style kind of learning, usually for our master's program. But I think that one is taught by Clemens, which is very also interesting because he has some interesting experiential learning in this class. He has taken Shell Corporation, Shell, to court twice during the pandemic and one with students, with one of our law clinics. So he has been, giving students real practical work. But we combine seminar style meetings and other forms of interactive learning. And so if there's need for, with short masters, with these short masters, sometimes it's difficult, but it's up to students to arrange the time they will have to do their internship, probably when you're on vacation, but otherwise the lecturers are not involved. But there is an office, as I said, where they can help you with this kind, to show which organizations usually that we work with, where most of our students can go for internships.
Yes, because we still have 5 minutes, so the
So,
rest.
can we
probably
say who has a really burning issue that they want to talk? Okay. Yes, okay. So we don't want to discriminate. Or if anyone can just, we make very short.
Yes.
Or those with a burning issue.
Just make that very very short, like. Okay.
Okay, maybe my question will be like really, really short. So my name is Nagida, and I am a class of 2021. I am in my 4th semester now, and I'm really interested about attending some summer class abroad. So I would like to know, if does Free University have a platform for the international student for the summer class, like to socialize more with the local people in the Amsterdam? Like, does Free University have a social event for the international student, or do they not? Maybe that is all. Thank you so much.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, so of course, I mean, like they summer students, once we get international students there, I'm a lecturer, right? But I always see some students running around with a group of international students. I believe they are helping them with, getting them to know the canal system, the bicycles. You get confused coming to FU and coming to Amsterdam for the first time. So there are some people, of course, helping you out, yeah, I guess that is part of that, local, getting you to familiarize yourself with the local environment. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Sure.
Thank you very much. My name is Kenchu Luis Mende, an international student from the Gambia. And though I have an intention to pursue my academic career after I'm done here, but I've not given thought to where I'll be heading, because that's what I have on the table right now. That is this here. That's all I have. But thank you very much.
Okay.
Yes, that was good, right? Oh, we still have.
Do we still have?
Okay.
Okay. 2 gentlemen in the front. No. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, questions. I think we've exhausted quite a number of questions and issues. So again, thank you very much for your questions and also for your interest in FIU Amsterdam. I always, so there are several videos. I'm sure if you Google for Amsterdam, you probably saw me also in 1 minute promoting the university. Yeah, it's still really is a nice university that I would really encourage you. But as I said, you always keep it also open, you know. All right, I hand over back to the moderation.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Prosper, for the great session for today. Yeah, don't worry for those of you who wants to try to apply for the summer school. We have our beloved Vice Dean with us. So yeah, if you want to talk about more about that summer schools program, because we also have that international cooperation with the Frey University, we can probably help you arrange that. Okay, so thank you very much again for Dr. Prosper. And thank you very much for the student. And then we jump into our second session for today is a session for Professor Maskun. As we all know, as I haven't. Do we have an international student at Zoom? Continue right now. You're not sure. Yeah.
No, they're already out from the
okay.
So it's very possible to, to introduce this faculty or people.
Yes.
No, they already did. They don't want to get something from me. So I don't think so. It's good.
Okay.
Arrange that. Maybe you also have a Zoom session with our team.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah, for that being said by our beloved Vice Dean, so I probably have to end our session for today, student session for today. Thanks again for Dr. Prosper, who are already present here with us and sharing his knowledge and his perspective as a lecturer, and invite you all to study in the Netherlands. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to pass this to MC. Thank you very much for your cooperation and interaction. Okay. Okay.
Check. All right. Thank you to Dr. Prosper S. Maguchi LLM and Prof. Maskun SH LLM for the time that you've spent in materials presentation in first and second session. And finally, we've come to the last agenda in this activity that is closing. Let's close today's session by saying Hamdallah. And we humbly please to all participants come forward for the documentation purposes. And we also invite the speaker, lecturer, and all the audiences to be involved in our photo session.
Oh, great. Very nice of you. Hello, students. So these are some cookies for all of you, so you can taste a little bit of Netherlands.
Yeah, the typical Dutch. Yeah.
Check. Please, everyone, to take a place seat again. Thank you.